So good evening everyone. In this class we'll be discussing the previous year questions of process synchronization. In last class we have discussed the basics of process synchronization. So first I will explain the basics about of the semaphores, and then I will be discussing about the previous year questions. Devika, Google Meet will not work. Okay, Google Meet and all these tools are only fine for meeting, not for the classes. Okay. So just give me a minute, then I'm starting. So there are lots of platform to actually conduct the live classes, but like those tools are not good for the if we have lots of audience. Okay, so Zoom or Google Meeting or Teams, all these tools are good if you have only like 10 or 15 people. Okay, so let us start. Actually, the problem with Zoom and all these things is you will not be able to find the recordings, right? So recordings are not easy on those tools. अब आप उन टूल्स पर अगर हम क्लास करेंगे तो उन टूल्स पर क्लासेस हो जाएंगी, उसके बाद में फिर रिकॉर्डिंग्स कहाँ से मिलेंगी आपको, राइट? रिकॉर्डिंग्स आर रियली इंपॉर्टेंट in these live classes. That's why Cisco WebEx and all these tools cannot be used effectively in the live classes. We need recordings also, right? So what is the semaphore? So there are two kind of semaphores, that is counting semaphore and binary semaphore. I will quickly explain the concept of semaphore, and then we will quickly start solving the previous year questions. Okay, counting and binary semaphores. So counting semaphore, so semaphore is nothing but a variable. Okay, semaphore is simply a variable. What you can do is you can use semaphore to enter into the critical section. Okay, we can set a value of variable semaphore. For example, what I can do is I can set a value of semaphore initially, any value, and then I can check the value of semaphore, then I can enter the critical section. So I will show you how semaphore can solve a problem of inconsistency, right? The value of counting semaphore can be anything from infinity to positive infinity. So it is a simple integer variable. Okay, semaphore is simply an integer variable on which we will apply some operations, and binary semaphore can have only two values. It can be either 0 or 1. Okay, so binary semaphore can have only two values, that is 0 and 1. Binary semaphore is sometimes also known as mutex. The operations which we can perform on semaphores, the operations are two kind of operation, that is called as wait operation. Okay, wait operation, or you can say sometimes it is also called as down operation, and sometimes it is also written as P. So P or down operation or wait operation are the same thing. Then we have a signal operation. Signal operation is also known as up operation or V operation. Okay, so V operation or up operation or signal operation, all these are the same thing. What these operation will do is these operations will take the value of semaphore as the input. Okay, semaphore will be applied inside these functions, and this function will do something with the semaphore. For example, roughly speaking, the wait operation will simply decrease the value of semaphore by 1. Okay, and signal operation will increase the value of semaphore by 1. Roughly you can say like this, but they also do other things also. They will check the value of semaphore also before incrementing and decrementing. So like this. Okay, so simply wait operation will decrement the value of semaphore, and signal operation will increment the value of semaphore. Let us say if you have initially the value of semaphore initially 0, and you apply, let us say, 15 wait operations on this semaphore, and let us say 20 signal operations on this semaphore. After applying these 15 wait operations and 20 signal operation on the semaphore, the final value of semaphore will be, so first you will decrement the value of semaphore by 15, because every wait operation will decrement the value of semaphore by 1. 15 wait operation will decrement the value of semaphore by 15. Then signal operation will increment the value of semaphore by 20, right? So the value of semaphore will be finally 5. So in AntiNet they have asked this question also. Okay, what is, so initial value of the semaphore is given, and they will ask you what is the final value of the semaphore, right? So in the last class we have discussed about 3 algorithm, that is lock variable. Okay, let us summarize them first. So we have studied what is lock variable, right? Then we have seen Decker's algorithm, which is also called as strict alternation. And third algorithm that we have studied is Peterson algorithm, right? Peterson solution. So we have 3 conditions, that is mutual exclusion, progress requirement, and bounded waiting, right? So we have seen in the previous class that lock variable will not satisfy the mutual exclusion, because 2 person can enter the room at the same time, right? Two processes can enter the critical section at the same time. That means mutual exclusion is not satisfied. Progress requirement is satisfied, and bounded waiting is also satisfied. In the Decker's algorithm, we have seen that it will satisfy the mutual exclusion. It will satisfy bounded waiting also, but it will not satisfy your progress requirement, right? In the Decker's algorithm I told you that अगर देविका नाराज हो गई तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, right? अगर let us say देविका is not interested in washing the clothes, then Nivedita will keep waiting. So in Peterson algorithm, mutual exclusion is satisfied, progress requirement is satisfied, but bounded waiting is not satisfied, right? So we can say roughly that Peterson solution is better because it satisfies mutual exclusion and progress requirement. These two are the important conditions, mutual exclusion and progress requirement. Okay, so this is the summary of the previous 3 algorithms. That means none of these algorithms are satisfying these 3 conditions, that is mutual exclusion, progress requirement, and bounded waiting. So now we have operating system provided solutions, and that is your semaphore. Operating system provides the solution for the semaphore problem with the help of semaphores. Let us define the wait and signal operation. How the wait operation is defined and how the signal operation is defined. So what wait operation will do is, wait operation will take as an input semaphore variable. So semaphore variable S. Semaphore S means that S is kind of semaphore. Semaphore is a data structure, just like you write int a. So in this you are saying that a is a integer type variable. In this I am saying that S is a semaphore type variable. We will study structures in C. So semaphore is simply a structure. Okay, semaphore variable is nothing but a structure on which you have a value part. So what this wait operation do is, this wait operation will decrement the value of the semaphore by 1. Okay, s dot value equals to s dot value minus 1. It will decrement the value of semaphore by 1. Then it will check the value of semaphore. If after decrementing the value of the semaphore, if the value of the semaphore is less than 0, if s dot value is less than 0, that means if we have negative value, then the process is blocked. Okay, block the process. Block the process and add to the waiting queue. So this is very important. The understanding this wait operation is really important, right? So this is your wait operation. In the wait operation, what you are doing is, first you are decrementing the value of the semaphore. If the value of semaphore is less than 0, then the process will be blocked. The process which applying the wait operation, that process will be blocked. Otherwise it can enter the critical section. Okay, if the value of semaphore after decrementing becomes equals to 0 or greater than 0, then the process can enter into the critical section. Don't worry, I will give you lots of examples on this. Signal operation is defined as, signal operation is also taking semaphore variable as an input, and then it will simply say that, so it will increment the value of semaphore. S dot value equals to S dot value plus 1. Okay, it will increment the value of semaphore by 1, and then it will check if the value of semaphore, okay, if S dot value is greater than equals to 0, okay, then select a process. Okay, select a process from the suspended list. And wake up. Okay, so this is greater than less than equals to 0. This is less than equals to 0. Okay, so even if after incrementing the value is less than or equals to 0, this means that there is some process which is in the waiting state, right? If the value of the semaphore after incrementing is less than equals to 0, that means some process is waiting in the ready queue. If the value of semaphore is greater than 0, that means it will simply increment. Okay, it will simply increment the value. Understanding my point? Let us say initially the semaphore is 0. Okay, initially the value of semaphore is 0. We have two processes, process P0 and process P1. Before entering the critical section, these processes are applying the wait operation on the semaphore, then entering the critical section, and then applying the signal operation on the semaphore. P1 is also applying the wait operation on the semaphore, and then critical section, and then signal operation on the semaphore. Okay, let us take the value of semaphore initially 1, not 0, because none of the process will be able to enter the critical section. Let's take the value of semaphore initially is 1. So what will happen is, this process will apply the wait operation on the semaphore. When this will apply the wait operation, what will happen? The value of the semaphore will become 0. Okay, it will subtract the value by 1. Then it will check if the value of semaphore is less than 0. Value is not less than 0. That means it will enter the critical section. Okay, this process will enter the critical section. Then this process will also apply the wait operation on the semaphore. What this process will do is, when this will apply the wait operation, it will decrement the value of semaphore by 1. The value will become minus 1. Okay, and then we can see that if the value is less than 0, okay, if the value of semaphore is less than 0, that is minus 1, right, then this process will be blocked. That means process P1 will be blocked, right? So this process will not be able to execute further. This process will be added to the waiting queue. Okay, this process P1 is waiting for the semaphore. Okay, this process will be blocked. Then this process is already executing, right? Process P0 is executing. Then process P0 will apply the signal operation. What signal operation will do is, signal operation will increment the value of semaphore by 1. That means this will become now 0. Okay, and then it will check if the value of semaphore is less than or equal to 0, then select a process from the waiting list and wake it up. That means it will go to the ready queue, it will remove the process P1 from the waiting queue and simply will start P1 executing. Okay, P1 will start executing, then it will execute the critical section, and then it will execute the signal operation. Signal operation will simply increment the value of semaphore by 1. Okay, the final value of the semaphore will be 1 after these two process executes. Now tell me what is the doubt in this. I hope you are understanding what is wait operation and signal operation. Understood this? Right? This is very important to understand. So remember, if after applying the wait operation, when you apply the wait operation, if after applying the wait operation on the semaphore, if the value is less than 0, okay, if the value becomes less than 0, then the process which is applying the wait operation, that process will be blocked. Okay, process will be blocked, right? So there are four conditions, there are four possibilities. You have down operation and signal operation, right? So if we talk about wait operation, the wait operation can be successful or it can be unsuccessful. If we say that the operation is successful, successful operation means after decrementing the value of semaphore, the value is not less than 0. Okay, that means after applying wait operation, the process does not go into the suspended list. आपको याद होगा, in the process state diagram we had a waiting state, right? So process will go into the waiting state if the semaphore is not available. If the value of semaphore is less than 0, then the process will go from executing state to waiting state. That means in the waiting state, process is waiting for the semaphore variable. So the process not going into suspended queue. Okay, unsuccessful operation means if after applying this wait operation, the value becomes less than 0. If the value becomes less than 0, the process will be suspended, right? Process will be suspended, right? So let us say we have a question. Let us say we are given the value of semaphore is initially 17. Okay, the initial value of semaphore is 17, and on the semaphore we are applying 23 wait operation, then we are applying 18 signal operations, then we are applying 16 wait operations, and then we are applying 14 wait operations and 1 signal operation. Okay, 14 signal operations and then 1 wait operation. What will be the final value of the semaphore? The final value of semaphore will be 17. Initially it is 17, then you are applying 23 wait operation. That means it will be subtracted 23 times. Then you are incrementing by 18 times, because every signal operation will increment the value of semaphore by 1. Then you are decrementing 16 times, right? Then you are incrementing 14 times. Then you are decrementing 1 time. So the final value of semaphore will be 17 plus 18, that is 35. 35 plus 14 is 49. 49 minus 24 plus 18, that is 46. Not 46, it will be minus 23 minus 16, and this will be 40. Okay, so the final value will be 9. So final value of semaphore will be 9, right? So sometimes we can do the mistake in the silly, like simple questions also. So I told you about that we have two kind of semaphore, that is binary semaphore and counting semaphore. Okay, these are the wait and signal operation definition for the counting semaphore. Okay, remember, in case of counting semaphore and binary semaphore, the wait operation and signal operation will work differently. वेट ऑपरेशन एंड सिग्नल ऑपरेशन जो है वो काउंटिंग सीमाफोर और सिग्नल और बाइनरी सीमाफोर के केस में अलग अलग काम करेंगे, क्योंकि बाइनरी सीमाफोर में तो इन बाइनरी सीमाफोर द वैल्यू विल बी आइदर 0 और 1, Okay, there will not be any kind of subtraction etc. Subtraction can happen only on the integer variables, not on binary. So this is the wait operation and the signal operation of the counting semaphore. Now let's see the wait operation and the signal operation of the binary semaphore. And binary semaphore sometimes is also known as mutex. Okay, so in the case of binary semaphore, we know that the value of semaphore can be either 0 or 1. Okay, the value can be only binary. So wait operation on semaphore S will work like this. Okay, so first what you will do is you will check if S dot value, okay, the value will be either 0 or 1. If the value of semaphore is equals to 1, then set the value of semaphore to 0. Okay, else block this process, else block the process and insert into suspended list. Okay, we will have a suspended list in the waiting queue, right? Remember, in the process state diagram you had a suspended list, right? In the in the wait or block state we have a list. That list is called a suspended list. All the processes which will be suspended by middle term scheduler, they will be added to the suspended list. So this process will be suspended if the value of semaphore is 0. Okay, if the value of semaphore is 1, then you will set the value of semaphore 0 and will enter into the critical section. Okay, this will be successful operation. If the value of semaphore is initially 1, then wait operation will be successful operation. If the value of semaphore is 0, then the process will be blocked. There are only two possibilities. The value of semaphore can be either 1 or 0. If it is 1, then it is successful operation. If 0, then it is unsuccessful operation and the process will be waiting into the suspended list, right? Then we have the signal operation. Signal operation is also known as up operation or V operation also. Okay, so signal operation will also take semaphore as an input. Semaphore variable will go as an input into the signal operation. So in the signal operation, what you will do is you will check if suspended list is empty. Okay, if there is no process in the suspended list, if suspended list is empty, then set the value of semaphore to 1. That means if no process is waiting into the ready queue, if no process is blocked, then simply set the value of semaphore to 1. Okay, the functionality of signal operation is simply to wake up the blocked processes. Those processes which are blocked in the wait operation, they will be simply resumed by the signal operation. Okay, else what you will do is if let us say we have some process in the suspended list, it will select a process from the suspend list, select a process from suspend list and wake up. ओके, अगर कोई प्रोसेस है वेटिंग स्टेट में तो उसको वेकअप करेगा, अगर नहीं है तो सिंपली सीमाफोर की वैल्यू को 1 सेट कर देगा. इट विल सिंपली सेट द वैल्यू ऑफ सीमाफोर टू 1, राइट. लेट अस से वी हैव अ बाइनरी सीमाफोर एस इनिशियली सेट टू 0. Okay, initially the binary semaphore is 0. Let us say we have a process P0 and we have a process P1. Process P0 is applying the wait operation on the semaphore S. Then it is entering into the critical section if the wait operation is successful. If the wait operation is successful, then only it can enter into the critical section. Then it is applying the signal operation. Then process P1 is applying the signal operation first and then applying the wait operation. Okay, so I can write this P and V. So what will happen is, so first let us say we are executing process P0. If we are executing process P0 first, then it will apply the wait operation on the semaphore. In the wait operation, it will check if the value of semaphore is 1, then S dot value equals to 0, but the value of semaphore is 0. That means it will enter into this case. Okay, this will be if S equals to 0 and this case will be if S equals to 1, right? So we have S equals to 0 initially. That means this process will be blocked. Okay, so this process P0 is added to the suspended list. This means this process will not be able to proceed further. ये process यहाँ पर रुक गई है, ये process बस यहीं पर रुक गई, ये block हो गई है. यहाँ पर स्टेटमेंट पर ब्लॉक हो गई है. Then process P1 will come. P1 will apply the signal operation. What signal operation will do is signal operation will check if suspended list is empty. No, suspended list is not empty. There is a process in the suspended list. That means it will enter into the else case. It will select a process from the suspended list, that is P0, and it will simply remove process P0 from the suspended list and will start executing it. So P0 will start executing. It will enter into the critical section. Then it will apply the signal operation. So when it will apply the signal operation, it will check whether do we have any process in the suspended list. No. If there is no process in the suspended list, it will simply set the value of semaphore to 1. Okay, there are only two cases. Either there is a process in the suspended list or there is no process in the suspended list. If there is a process in the suspended list, then the signal operation will simply start executing that process. Right? If there is no process in the suspended list, then the value will be set to simply 1. Okay, with the help of this wait operation and signal operation, you can very simply you can simply provide the mutual exclusion, because only one process will be able to enter the critical section at one time, right? So you have to apply the signal and wait operation very carefully, because wait and signal operation आप कैसे अप्लाई कर रहे हो उसी पर डिपेंड करेगा आपकी प्रोसेसेस म्यूचुअल एक्सक्लूजन एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स सेटिस्फाई कर रही है नहीं कर रही है. You have to apply the wait and signal operation very carefully. Okay, so I hope you understood this wait operation and signal operation. Right, now we will directly start solving the questions on this. Okay, so the first question is, this PPT I have shared with you in the group. So I hope you find out the you found out the Google Drive. किसी ने एक्सेस करके देखिए Google Drive. Google Drive आप लोगों ने एक्सेस करी होगी और आपको सारी PPTs मिल गई होगी. PDF of operating system and first order logic, set relations, all these things I have shared, right? Set theory relation is also shared, and first order logic is also shared in the drive. So we have this question, suppose two processes P and Q are as follows. Okay, so let me ask you one question. Let us say we have a process P0 and we have a process P1. Okay, and we have, let us say, two semaphores. I have a semaphore S which is equals to 0 initially, and I have a semaphore T which is initially 1. Okay, we have semaphore 0 and semaphore T. Let's say I am applying the wait operation on the semaphore S, and here I am applying the wait operation on the semaphore T. Then what I am doing is I am printing the value 0. I am saying print 0, and here I am saying that print 1. Right. Then I am applying the signal operation on the semaphore T, and here I am applying the signal operation on the semaphore S. Okay, so can you tell me what will be the output of this program? What will be the output of these processes if they execute concurrently? If process P0 and P1 are executing concurrently, then what will be the final output? So I am giving you options. So first option is it will print 0 0 0 zeros. Okay, or I can write the regular expression. Okay, let me write the regular expression. So it will print 0 star plus 1 star, or it will print simply 0 star, or it will print simply 1 star. 1 star means, I hope सबको याद होगा, in TOC. 0 star means null 0 0 0 like this. Okay, or it will print 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 like this. Or it will print, let us say, 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 like this. Neelam is saying 10 to the power plus. Okay, so Neelam is telling me regular expression 10 to the power plus. So what will be the answer? 10 to the power plus or 01 to the power plus? So option E will be the right answer. Right. You can see here the output will be like this. So first you will apply the weight operation on S. You can start with anyone. Okay, you can start here also or you can start here also. When you will apply the weight operation on the semaphore S, you will see that semaphore value will become -1 because weight operation will decrement the value of semaphore by 1. So then it will check for the it will check if S dot value is less than 0. Yes, S dot value is less than 0. That means this process will be blocked. Okay, this process will go into the blocked state. That means this process will not be able to execute first. Then we will apply this weight operation on the semaphore T, and the value of semaphore T will become 0. Is this less than 0? No. That means this process can execute and it will print 1. Okay, this process will print 1. Then it will say signal S. Signal S means that it will check whether we have any process in the block state. So it will wake up this process. Okay, this process will wake up and it will print 0. Then it will print 0, then it will say signal operation on T. Signal operation on T, this means this value will become 1. Again this process will apply the weight operation, then again it can print 0, 1. Right, then again this process can print 0. So that means these processes will keep printing 1 and 0s in the alternator way. Okay, and the initially 1 will be printed because this process will not be able to execute first. Only this process can execute first. If this process execute first, then only 1 can be printed. If I do like this, let us say if I do PT and PS and here I apply VT and VS, then the output will be 0 1 0 1 0 1. Then process P1 will not be able to execute first. P0 will start executing. So Amandeep Kaur, in the question it will be clearly given. It will be clearly written whether it is a binary semaphore or it is a counting semaphore. It will be clearly written. Okay, so do not worry about that. So if you see mutex anywhere, that means a binary semaphore. Mutex का मतलब binary semaphore साफ साफ आपको दिखाई देगा. So for example, we have two processes, process P and process Q, and we have a semaphore mutex. This is applying weight operation on the mutex and this is applying the weight operation on mutex. Then you are printing 0 and then 1, and this is printing 1 and 0. Okay, the correct pattern of the strings generated by the above two processes is what? Okay, initially the value of mutex is not given in this question. Okay, mutex is not given, so we can take the value of mutex equals to, let us say, 1. Okay, so what will be the output of this program? What this program can print? This program can print like this. It will apply the weight operation. It will check the value of the semaphore mutex. It is a binary semaphore. So binary semaphore says, what is the definition of binary semaphore? In case of weight operation in the binary semaphore, it will see like this: weight mutex. Okay, it will check the value of mutex. If mutex is equals to 1, okay, then it will set the value of mutex equals to 0, and then we'll enter the critical section. Otherwise it will enter into the block state. So you can see the value of mutex is initially 1. That means it will set the value of mutex equals to 0 and will enter the critical section. This is critical section. Okay, this is critical section. So it will print 0 1. It will print 0 1. Then it will say signal mutex. So let us say this process is waiting on the semaphore. So this process, let us say this process applies weight operation on the mutex. It will find the value of the mutex is 0. So if the value of mutex is 0, this process will be blocked. So Q will be in the blocked state, right? So if the process Q is in the blocked state, then it will wake up and then it will start executing. Devika is right. Either P can start initially or Q can start initially, right? P can also start initially and Q can also start initially. And you will see one more thing, that so if P can execute multiple times also, we can do like this. If let us say we want to execute only P, then P will execute, right, and then it will say signal mutex. That means it will set the value of 0 to 1. Again this process can enter into the critical section. So this means this process P can print 0 1 0 1 many times, infinite amount of times, and this process Q can also print 1 0 1 0 infinite amount of times. Plus what they can do is they can also print 0 1 1 0 also. How? First let us say process P executes, then process Q executes. So process P will print 1 0 1 and Q will print 1 0. So the pattern can be either 0 1 0 1 0 1, or it can be 0 1 1 0 then 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 like this, or the pattern can be 1 0 1 0, okay, 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. That means it can print all the strings of 0 1 plus 1 0. Okay, it can print all the strings of 0 1 and 1 0. 0 1 plus 1 0 whole star means that either you can get null, okay, nothing will be printed, or you can get 0 1, or you get 1 0, or you get 0 1 0 1, or you can get 1 0 1 0, or you can combine these two also. 0 1 1 0 can also print it, 1 0 0 1 can also be printed. That means answer will be option A. Devika, in this last question, if you want to print 1 1 1 1 only, that cannot be printed. Okay, that cannot be printed. The reason is that when you will apply this wait operation on the semaphore S, okay, if when you will apply the wait operation on semaphore S, it is initially 0, right, it will become -1. So process P1 will not be able to execute, but process P0 will be able to execute because the value of semaphore T is initially 1. So this process will not be blocked, it will become 0. Right, now signal operation we are applying on the semaphore S, not T. Right, we are applying the semaphore on S, not T. If you want to execute only 1 1 1 1 Devika, what you need to do is you have to do things like this. Then you have to apply the wait and signal operation like this. So let's look at the process P0 and process P1, and let us say you have semaphore S equals to 1 and T equals to 1. Then you can do like this: PS, then print 0, and then signal on S, and you can apply T on P on T, and then print 1 and the signal operation on T. In this case what will happen is you can print 1 many times you want. Okay, you can keep printing 1 1 1 1 in any amount of time. And those people who are saying that option B, why option B is incorrect, look at this. आपने एक सिंपल सा सिनेरियो नहीं लिया. Okay, those who are saying why option B is incorrect, look at this. Let us say you have a mutex variable which is initially set to 1. Okay, then we have process P0 and process P1, right? So we are applying the wait operation on the mutex, and then we are printing, let us say, A. Okay, we are printing A, and then we are applying signal operation on mutex. Okay, here you are applying the wait operation on mutex, you are printing B, and then you are applying the signal operation on the mutex. So if you will see that there are, how many possibilities are there? There are 4 possibilities. Okay, what are those 4 possibilities? First possibility is that only P0 is executing. Okay, P0 is executing again and again. Okay, if only P0 is executing, what will be the output? The output will be A. It will keep printing A again, right? So it will print A like this. If let us say only process P2 is executing, if only process P1 is executing, it will keep printing B like this, right? So the third possibility is that first P0 is executing, then P1 is executing, then P0 is executing, then P1 is executing. Okay, in this case what will be the output? The output will be A B like this. Okay, fourth case is first we can start with P1 will execute, then P0, then P1, then P0. In this case the output will be BA like this. Am I right? The output will be like this. So if you will combine all these outputs, okay, the outputs are possible. Either the strings can be of A, okay, or we can get the strings of A, or we can get the strings of B, or we can get the strings of AB, right, or we can get the strings of BA. Okay, this is nothing but A plus B whole star. Okay, from this you can get all the strings of A and B's. So these are the four possible conditions. You are not considering the option C and D when you are saying why option B is not correct. In option B, we are not considering C and D, right? From this you cannot generate 0 1 1 0. Can you generate 0 1 1 0 here? You cannot generate. Okay, 0 1 1 0 cannot be generated. 1 0 0 1 cannot be generated, right? 1 0 0 1 can also not be generated here. But from this you can generate all the strings of 1 0 and 0 1, राइट बस यहाँ पर आप ए को लिखो 1 0 एंड डी का मतलब है 0 1. सो सी क्या स्ट्रिंग जनरेट होगी? या तो स्ट्रिंग होगी आपकी 1 0 1 0 1 0, या स्ट्रिंग होगी आपकी 0 1 0 1 0 1 लाइक दिस, और द स्ट्रिंग्स विल बी 1 0 0 1. जब आप दोनों स्ट्रिंग्स को लोगे यानी कि ए बी, या फिर आप बी ए भी ले सकते हो 0 1 0 1. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? So Devika, you have to check the suspended list first. When you are applying the signal operation in the binary semaphore, when you are applying the signal operation, you have to check if there is a process in the suspended list, then first you will execute that process. Okay, if there is no process in the suspended list, then the semaphore value will become simply 1. Okay, imagine that, let us say initially process P0 want to execute. Process P0 will start executing, it will apply the wait operation, the value will become, so it will see what is the value of mutex. The value of mutex is 1, so it will set the value to 0, then will enter into the critical section. It will print A, then it will say signal mutex. Let us say when this was printing A, process P1 also applying the wait operation. Then when process P1 applies the wait operation, this process P1 will enter into the suspended list because the value of the semaphore is 0. Okay, then the signal operation will check the suspended list. If there is a process in the suspended list, the value will remain same, but this process will be removed from the suspended list and the process will start executing. That means it will print B. Okay, then again signal, let us say then again process P0 is interested, P0 added to the suspended list, then this will remove the P0 and will start executing it. Okay, then again P1 becomes interested and P1 is entered into the suspended list. Then this particular operation will remove P1 from the ready queue and it will start executing it. So the sequence will be like this. If only P0 is interested in executing, then it will keep printing A. If only process P1 is interested in executing, it will keep printing B, right? If let us say first P1 is interested, then P1 is interested, so it will print like this, BA. Okay, or the output, let us say 2 times P1 P1 executes, then 1 time P0 execute, that means BBA. Or we can have P0 execute 2 times and P1 execute only 1 time, so AAB. So all these sequences are possible, and this code is also same. Okay, this code is also same as the example I have taken. I have just putting A equals to 0 1 and B equals to 1 0. Okay, I am taking only B equals to 0 1 and A equals to 0 1. So A plus B whole star means 1 0 plus 1 0 ka star. Now next question is saying that let X be the counting semaphore with the initial value equals to 1. Okay, counting semaphore. There are 4 active processes P, Q, R, S. So we have 4 active processes P, Q, R, S. So P execute P mutex. Okay, first P executes, the process P execute the wait operation on the mutex. Okay, or X, you can say this is X. So then Q executes the mutex, that is it applies the P operation on the X variable, so this is also X. Okay, then it is saying that Q executes P mutex and R executes P mutex. That means again R executes the wait operation on semaphore X, then S executes the wait operation on the semaphore X, then P executes signal operation, Q executes the signal operation. How many processes will be blocked in the end? Okay, so initial value of X is 0, X is equals to 1. When process P will apply the wait operation, this will become 0, right, and P can execute now. P process will enter into the critical section. Then Q will apply the wait operation, and this value will become -1 because the value is less than 0. Q will enter into the suspended list. Then R will apply the wait operation, and R will enter into the suspended list, that is R. Okay, then S will also apply the wait operation. This will also enter into the suspended list, right? That means if all these processes executes concurrently, then only one process will be able to execute, and all these processes will enter into the suspended list, and the final value of the semaphore will be -3. That means at the end 3 processes will be into the suspended list. Okay, at the end 3 processes will be in the suspended list. So the value in the negative represent how many processes are waiting in the suspended list. Okay, how many processes are waiting in the suspended list. The negative value represents how many processes are waiting in the suspended list. अगर semaphore value ये सब concurrently है, those people who are saying answer is 2, that is wrong. Okay, these processes are executing concurrently. Concurrently means that P executes the wait operation, then Q executes the wait operation, then R executes the wait operation, then S executes the wait operation. So this operation will be successful. Okay, only one wait operation will be successful. Then all these operations will be unsuccessful, right? All these operations will be unsuccessful. That means all these processes will be added to the suspended list. That means at the end 3 processes will be blocked. If let us say initial value of x equals to 2, then 2 processes will be in the block state. If let us say initially x is equals to 2, then this will execute successfully, this will also execute successfully, but R and S will be into the suspended list. Then in this case 2 processes will be blocked, right? If x equals to 3, this means that you can execute 3 processes concurrently. You can execute P, Q, R concurrently, and then S will be in the block list. If let us say x equals to 4, then all the processes can execute concurrently. Signal operation, that's Padam, that's what I am trying to tell you. These operations are executing concurrently. P operation have not reached the signal operation. P operation अभी तक signal operation तक नहीं पहुंचा है. अभी सिर्फ सबके सब अपने वेट ऑपरेशन पर हैं. अभी concurrently. Okay, so they are asking how many processes will be blocked at the end. Yes, x equals to 2 means 2 processes can execute. Next question is, let us say we have 2 processes. We are not applying the signal operation right now. We are saying only that if all the processes executes concurrently, then how many processes will be in the ब्लॉक स्टेट. अगर आप सिग्नल ऑपरेशन एग्जीक्यूट कर देते हो ना, अगर आप उसकी बात करो, एट द एंड की बात करो, इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट एट द एंड, देन देर विल नॉट बी एनी प्रोसेस. देन इन द सस्पेंडेड लिस्ट वी विल हैव ओनली 0 प्रोसेस. देर विल नो प्रोसेस विल बी ब्लॉक्ड. इफ़ यू आर लुकिंग, अगर आप इस तरह से सोच रहे हो कि अच्छा वेट, ये प्रोसेस तो चल सकती है आगे, ये प्रोसेस चलेगी, ये क्रिटिकल सेक्शन में जाएगी, फिर ये सिग्नल ऑपरेशन अप्लाई कर देगी. ये सिग्नल ऑपरेशन अप्लाई करेगी तो ये क्यू को रिमूव कर देगी और क्यू एग्जीक्यूट करना स्टार्ट कर देगी, राइट? क्यू एग्जीक्यूट करना स्टार्ट करेगी तो फिर ये सिग्नल ऑपरेशन अप्लाई करेगी, ये इसको रिमूव कर देगी, ये भी एग्जीक्यूट करना स्टार्ट कर देगी, फिर एस भी एग्जीक्यूट करेगी और फिर ये भी एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगी. फिर तो कोई भी प्रोसेस उसमें ब्लॉक लिस्ट में नहीं होगा, राइट? फिर तो कोई भी प्रोसेस जो है वो ब्लॉक लिस्ट में नहीं होगी इस केस से. तो x equals to -1 means if you have, let us say in the end, if you have x equals to -1, this means that one process is in the suspended list. Okay, -1 वैल्यू कब होगी? ओके, माइनस वैल्यू कब होगी? लेट अस से अगर इनिशियली x की वैल्यू 0 थी और एक प्रोसेस P0 आई, उसने इस पर वेट ऑपरेशन अप्लाई किया. दिस प्रोसेस अप्लाइज द वेट ऑपरेशन ऑन द सेमाफोर x. Then this weight operation will decrement the value of the semaphore by 1. Then we'll check whether the value is less than 0. If the value is less than 0, then this process will be added to the block state. Okay, so you can see if the value is -1, then one process is blocked. Now see this. We are given a solution for 2 processes. and we have to identify which of the following conditions are meeting. The solution satisfies mutual exclusion, progress and bounding weight. The solution satisfies mutual exclusion but has deadlock. The solution satisfies mutual exclusion and no deadlock. The solution satisfies mutual exclusion and bounded weight. In this kind of question, what you need to do is you have to take two processes, okay, P1 and P2, and you have to write the code two times. Okay, write the same code two times. So flag I means the process number. If we are talking about process number 1, that means I value is 1. So this one will be flag 1 equals to true. Okay, flag 1 equals to true, and write the same thing here, flag 2 equals to true, because for the process 2 I equals to 2, right? Then it is saying that while flag j, that means flag 2, j means other process. Okay, this is checking that if the flag j is true, then it will stop here, then enter into the critical section, and after coming out of the critical section, set the value of flag I, that is flag 1 equals to false, or you can say 1 and 0. And it is also checking while, it will check while flag 1 is equals to true. Okay, you can write flag 1 equals to true or simply flag 1, that is the same meaning. Okay, if you write flag 1 equals to true, that is also same as flag 1. Okay, because if the value of the flag 1 is non-negative, if the value of flag 1 is non-zero value means true, right? So simply it is written flag 1. So flag 1 is nothing but true. So while true means condition is true, right? It will enter into the critical section, then flag 2 equals to false. Right, now check which conditions are satisfied. So initial, how you will check, पहला चेक करने का तरीका देखो आप, तरीका क्या होगा, तरीका ये होगा, आपको पहले एक लाइन इसकी एग्जीक्यूट करनी है, एंड देन यू हैव टू एग्जीक्यूट वन लाइन ऑफ दिस, एग्जीक्यूट वन लाइन ऑफ दिस, then execute one line of this, then execute one line of this, then execute one line of this, then you will know how to check for mutual exclusion. So first we will check for mutual exclusion. So it will set flag 1 equals to true. Okay, so we have two flags, that is flag 1 and flag 2. Okay, flag 1 is equals to true, flag 2 equals to true. Then come to this, it will check while flag 2 equals to true, yes, flag 2 is equals to true. Okay, we can see flag 2 is equals to true. It will check while flag 1 is equals to true, yes, flag 1 is also equals to true, that means this condition is also true. This condition is true means that it will stop here. Okay, it will stop here, right? It will stop here. Then it will check while flag 1 equals to true, yes, flag 1 is also equals to true, and this condition is true means that it will stop here, terminate. That means none of the process will be able to enter the critical section. These two processes will be blocked at this particular point. Both process will be blocked. ऐसा क्यों है? क्योंकि देविका ने कहा मुझे कपड़े धुलने हैं, निवेदिता ने भी कहा मुझे भी कपड़े धुलने हैं. अब देविका ने चेक किया क्या निवेदिता का फ्लैग ऊपर है, उसने देखा हाँ है. ओके, फिर निवेदिता ने देखा कि क्या देविका का फ्लैग ऊपर है, उसने कहा ऊपर है. अब ये थोड़ा सा, अब ये सिविलाइज्ड हो गई है, देविका और निवेदिता जो है वो लड़के सिविलाइज हो गई हैं. अब ये क्या करती है, अपना फ्लैग ऊपर करने के बाद में सामने वाले का फ्लैग भी देखती है. अगर उसका फ्लैग ऊपर है तो ये रुक जाएगी, ये आगे नहीं बढ़ेगी. अब इतना प्यार हो गया दोनों में कि अब दोनों ने फ्लैग ऊपर किया, दोनों ने एक दूसरे का फ्लैग देखा, अच्छा दोनों इंटरेस्टेड हैं. उसने कहा अच्छा तुम्हारा फ्लैग भी ऊपर है, ओके मैं नहीं जाऊँगी. इसने कहा तुम्हारा फ्लैग भी ऊपर है, ओके मैं भी नहीं जाऊँगी. दोनों का फ्लैग ऊपर, दोनों ने चेक किया, ओके. तो इतना प्यार है कि तो वो उसे कह रही है कि तुम जाओ, ये से कह रही है कि तुम जाओ, राइट. एंड दोनों आप ही खड़ी रहेंगी. अब इतनी शर्म आ गई दोनों में कि अब दोनों की दोनों खड़ी रहेंगी, राइट. सो दैट मीन डेडलॉक विल बी देयर. और फ्लैग आप नीचे कर नहीं सकते हो जब तक आप क्रिटिकल सेक्शन में नहीं जाओगे. जब तक आप कपड़े धुल नहीं लोगे तब तक आप फ्लैग नीचे नहीं करोगे. अगर आप फ्लैग नीचे नहीं करोगे तो आप फ्लैग फॉल्स नहीं होगा, है ना. फ्लैग फॉल्स नहीं होगा तो फिर कोई सी भी ऐड नहीं कर जाएगी. मतलब एक तो प्यार की, अब प्यार इतना हुआ कि प्यार की वजह से डेडलॉक लग गया. होता है ना कभी कभी, खाना खाने जाते हो, है ना. पता नहीं तुम लड़कियों में होता है नहीं होता है, लड़कों में तो बहुत होता है कि खाना खाने गए रेस्टोरेंट पे, अरे भाई मैं दे रहा हूँ पैसे, अबे तू रहने दे मैं दे रहा हूँ पैसे, नहीं तू रहने दे मैं दे रहा हूँ पैसे. वो दुकान वाला बेचारा देखता रहेगा खड़ा होकर और ये लड़ते रहेंगे, अबे तू रहने दे मैं दे रहा हूँ पैसे. तू रहने दे, मैं दे रहा हूँ पैसे, तो वो अपना खड़े रहेंगे, डेडलॉक लग जाएगा वहीं पे। फिर बाद में ऑब्वियसली उनमें से एक बंदा ऐसा होता है जो फॉर्मेलिटी के लिए बोल रहा होता है कि लाओ मैं दे देता हूँ पैसे, वो 2,000 का नोट निकालता है, वो सामने वाले के पास खुले होते नहीं है, फिर देने पड़ते हैं दूसरे को ही। सो मतलब दैट इज़ ए डिफरेंट सिचुएशन। सो दिस इज़ द लाइक, ये बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार हो गया दोनों में, और अब एक दूसरे की श्रम में दोनों ही खड़ी हुई हैं धूप में अपना फ्लैग लेके। दैट मीन्स म्यूचुअल एक्सक्लूजन इज सेटिस्फाइड, बट देर इज़ अ डेडलॉक इन दिस। ओके, इट हैज़ अ डेडलॉक, राइट। या हमारे साथ तो एक बंदा था, मतलब पार्टी करी, उसका हमेशा का था, पार्टी में गए और सब खाया पिया अच्छे से। वो क्या करता था, जब टाइम पेमेंट का टाइम आता था ना, तो वो फ़ोन कान पे लगा के बाहर, हमेशा का था। कभी मतलब बहुत बहुत दिनों बाद हमने नोटिस किया है चीज़ कि अच्छा इसका ही रूल है, ऐसे भी लोग होते हैं। So I hope you understood this, because both of the flags are up. Okay, both of the flags are true. That's why these two are not able into the these two are not able to enter the critical section. Let us say what is the condition of progress requirement. Will there be any progress if one process is not interested in entering into the critical section? Let us say if Devika is not interested in washing the cloth, then will Nivedita will be able to proceed further? Yes, Nivedita will be able to proceed further. Nivedita will put the flag up, that means flag 2 equals to true. Then she will check, while flag 1 equals to true, flag 1 is not equals to true, right? Because Devika is not interested. So if Devika is not interested, Nivedita can go and wash the clothes. That means this progress requirement is satisfied. Okay, progress requirement is satisfied. And bounded waiting is also satisfied, because every time one of these will get the chance. Will bounded waiting satisfied? So what Devika can do is, so Devika can execute multiple times, right? Devika can execute multiple times, and Nivedita can also execute multiple times. But if let us say other process is interested, then this cannot execute. That if other process is interested, then this cannot execute. So if other process is interested, then definitely the bounded wait is satisfied, right? So progress requirement is also satisfied and bounded waiting is also satisfied, but it has a deadlock situation. Okay, so I want you to observe this situation and tell me what can you say about this code. This code is really simple. So we have two boolean variables, and these are the shared variables. Boolean variables means either value can be 1 or value can be 0, right? So we have two binary semaphores S and T. The value of semaphore S and T are defined randomly. You can take any value of S and T, but remember these are the boolean variables. Values either you can take 0 0, or you can take 0 1, or you can take 1 0 or 1 1, right? So you can take any value of 0 1, whatever you want. I suggest कि आप सब अलग अलग values लो. One person can take 0 0, other person can take 0 1, other person can take 1 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Then try this code. Which conditions are satisfied and what can you say about this code? There are 4 options. Read these 4 options carefully and then answer me. I want you to use your mind just right here. I want full presence of your mind here. Pooja, not too early. Please just look at the code. एक बार और कोड को देखो जरा अच्छे से. So see the code one more time. तो यहाँ पर लिखा है ऑप्शन सी इज प्रोसेस कैन गो इनटू द क्रिटिकल सेक्शन आफ्टर एग्जैक्टली वन एंट्री बाय प्रोसेस पी. Okay, it is written that by process P into its critical section. So Supreet, please check the options. In option, they are not asking about the progress requirement. Nowhere in the question they are asking about the progress requirement. Simply see whatever is in the options. Okay, just see the options and eliminate the options. So Neha Pathak is saying C, Pooja is saying C, Devika is saying C, Neelam, Ekjot, very good. Okay, let's analyze this. This saying that we have two processes, process P0 and P1. So while S is equals to T, then stop here, otherwise enter into the critical section, and S equals to not T, S equals to not of T, or you can say T complement. This is saying the different thing. This is saying that while S is not equals to T, then stop here, enter the critical section and set S equals to T, right? So you can take any value, whatever you want. So there are only two possibilities, either S and T value will be different or S and T value will be same. Okay, for example, if you take S equals to 0, T equals to 0, and S equals to 1 or T equals to 1, these will be the same values. Okay, the value will be same of S and T, or you can take different values, that is C 0 1, or you can take 1 0, right? Let me take any value. Let me take two different values, S equals to 0 and T equals to 1. So if I take S equals to 0, these are the shared Boolean variables. Remember, Boolean variable means only 0 and 1 values are possible. So it will check why S equals to T, the condition is true or false. Condition is false, right? Because S is 0 and T is 1, they are not equal. Condition is false means it will enter into the critical section and then it will set S equals to not of T. That means T is 1, the not of T will become 0 and S will become equals to 0, right? S will become 0, S equals to not of T, right? Then we will try with this option, while S is not equals to T. Okay, is this condition true or false? So is this condition true or false? This condition will be false, right? So this condition will be true. That means this will stop here. This will stop here. This will not be able to enter the critical section. That means process P can enter into the critical section as many times as it wants. It can enter into the critical section any amount of time, because when you say S equals to not of T, that means you are not changing T, you are simply changing S. Okay, inside S you are simply saying S equals to not of T, right? So the value of S will become not of T is 0, so that will be assigned to 0, right? You know that not of 1 will be 0, so S will be assigned 0 value. That means again this condition will be false, again you can enter into the critical section, right? And then again you will do the same thing. So if you are taking the different values, then this process can enter into the critical section as many times as it wants. If you let us take different value, let us take same value, S equals to 0 and T equals to 0, then this condition will become true. That means this process will stop here. Okay, this will stop here if the condition is true. Then this will saying while S is not equals to T, so that condition is false because they are equal. Condition is false, that means it can enter into the critical section. Then S equals to T, S equals to T means the value of T will be assigned into the S, that again the value of S and T will be 0. Okay, again this process can enter into the critical section. So this process P1 can enter into the critical section as many times as it wants. So this is process P and this is process Q in the question. Now let us see the options. Code will violate the mutual exclusion. Is it violating the mutual exclusion? No. Definitely mutual exclusion is satisfied because only one process can enter the critical section at one time. These two processes cannot enter the critical section at the same time. That's why mutual exclusion is satisfied. So this is false. So process P can go into the critical section multiple times without the single entry of Q into the critical section. C is saying that process Q can go into the critical section after exactly one entry of process P into its critical section. Okay, after exactly one entry into its critical section. So S, okay, so this is not of T, that means T will become 0. So option C is right. Why option C is right? Because when you say S equals to not of T, that means you are setting the value of S and T to 0. When the value will become same, this will not be able to enter the critical section. This will be entering the critical section as many times as it wants, because this condition will become false. S and T now become 0. So this condition will become false. That means they can enter into the critical section any amount number of times, right? So option C will be the right answer. Okay, option C will be the right answer. Okay, so what is the answer for this question? Let's look at this. We have three processes, P, Q and R. Look at the code very carefully and then answer me. I will give you some questions for homework, but let us solve some questions. Okay, process synchronization is nothing but about the practice. Okay, जितनी practice आप क्लास में कर सकते हो उतनी मुझे लगता नहीं कि आप अलग से कर पाओगे. So try to solve as many questions as you possible in the class. Okay, Amandeep, you are not understanding this. Let me explain it again. So look at this, Amandeep. We have two processes, P and Q. The question is saying that the code used by the process P and Q for accessing their critical section, the initial value of shared Boolean variable. Okay, that means S and T are the shared variables and these are the Boolean variables. That means the value of S and T can be either 0 or false, 1. Okay, and the initial value is false. Initial value is set 0. Okay, we missed this point. So initial value of S and T are given. Okay, the value of initially S is equals to 0. False means 0 and T is also 0. Then we are checking while S equals to T, then terminate. Otherwise enter into the critical section and then set S equals to not of T. Okay, and Q is like this, while S is not equals to 0, S is not equals to T, enter critical section and then set S equals to T. Right? So see what options are saying and what it is doing. So first we have to check whether the mutual exclusion is satisfied or not. Okay, mutual exclusion satisfied or not. For mutual exclusion you need to simply check that क्या दो प्रोसेस एक साथ क्रिटिकल सेक्शन के अंदर एंटर कर सकती हैं. सो इनिशियली S equals to 0, T equals to 0. Let's execute this while loop. This while loop says S equals to T, that means condition is true, right? S equals to 0 and T equals to 0. Condition is true, that means terminate. Okay, this is a termination sign. This means this loop will terminate here. That means process will not be able to enter further. Okay, this line will not be executed now because the process will terminate here. Now Q will execute. Now this while loop will be executed while S is not equals to T. Okay, while S is not equals to T, that means this condition will be false. Okay, this condition is false. I think we have done this question wrongly. Okay, मैंने आप लोगों की बात मान के आंसर कर दिया. I think now answer will not be that. So this condition will be false. That means now this process can enter into the critical section. This process will enter the critical section and it will set the value of S and T equals to same. Okay, the value of S will become equals to value of T. That is S will become 0 and T will also be 0. This means that process P will never be able to enter the critical section. Process P will never be able to enter the critical section. Right? Only process Q can enter. Only process Q can enter. So we can see code will violate the mutual exclusion, that is false. P can go into the critical section multiple times without single entry of Q into the critical section. Okay, process Q can go into the critical section after exactly one entry by process P into the critical section. That means option D will be the right answer, not option C. Okay, process option D will be the right answer. यानी कि मुझे तुम्हारे क्वेश्चंस, तुम्हारे जो आंसर्स हैं एक बार देखने पड़ेंगे. आई कैन नॉट rely on your answers. Okay, so Amandeep, Shakshi, Devika and Padam, आप लोगों के लिए स्पेशली ये क्वेश्चन. सो ट्राई दिस क्वेश्चन वेरी लाइक डीपली. Arshit is actually very silent. Arshit is answering only 1 or 2 times in the chat. Arshit, why are you so silent? So today is birthday of our one of the very talented students, that is Naresh. Everyone will wish the happy birthday to Naresh in the class. So he's not in the class, he is actually celebrating his birthday. He's a complete course student. अब्दुल भी चुपचाप हैं और बहुत ही देर बाद मैसेज किया है. नहीं तो पूरी चैट बॉक्स जो है वो देविका, खुशबू, पदम, अमनदीप इन लोगों ने भर रखी है. I see one thing that South Indian students are really like they are really dedicated students. They will not speak uh, without any need. They will speak only when it is needed, and they will keep the complete concentration on the class. Whenever they will answer very accurate answer. और पंजाब और हरियाणा के तो ऐसे हैं कि बस. अब हम नॉर्थ इंडियन का सिंगल सीन ये है कि बिना ढोल धमाके के हमारा चलता नहीं काम कहीं में भी. हर चीज़ में ढोल धमाका चाहिए बिल्कुल. सो हैप्पी बर्थडे छोड़ो, क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो. नरेश इज़ नॉट इन द क्लास, उसको व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे आप लोग विश करना. Yes, Manpreet, Amandeep, you know very well how much we celebrate. Mostly my students are from Punjab and Haryana. Punjab, Haryana and Hyderabad, Karnataka. Okay, so let's check your answer. We have 3 semaphores, S0 equals to 0, S1 equals to 0, S2 equals to 1. तो यहाँ से मुझे एक चीज़ तो चल गई पता. I can simply conclude from this that any process which is using the semaphore S0 and semaphore S1, that process will be blocked initially. हाँ, तुम बन रहे हो बिल्कुल कदाई चक दे इंडिया. जैसे शाहरुख खान बोलता है ना, हाँ, आई एम फ्रॉम इंडिया, I am from Punjab, I am from Haryana, I am from Himachal. And then Khushbu says, I am from India. And then silent clap. So any process which is working on the semaphore number 2, that will be able to execute first. So see, process P is applying the wait operation on the semaphore S0. That means process P will be in the blocked state. Because when this process P will apply the wait operation on this semaphore, it will become -1, and the -1 is less than 0, so this will enter into the waiting state. Okay, so Q process will also go into the waiting state for the same reason, because it is using the semaphore 1 and the value of semaphore 1 is initially 0. It will become -1 when we will apply the wait operation. This process will be blocked. Now our process comes. Our process will apply the wait operation on semaphore 2. This will become 0. Value is less than 0? No. That means this process will enter into the critical section. It will print 2. Then it will apply the signal operation on the semaphore 0. That means any process which is waiting for semaphore 0, that process will be removed from the block list and will start executing. That means now this process will start executing and it will print 0. Then this process will give the chance to process to semaphore S1. That means that process which is waiting for the semaphore number 1, that will be removed from the block list and that will start executing. It will print 1. Now the process Q is actually Frody process. Okay, this process is Frody process. Why? Because this will not give to chance anyone else. This process will give chance to itself only. Okay, this process will give the chance to itself only. This means now this process Q will keep printing 1 1 1 1. Okay, this will keep printing 1 1 1 1. So that means the answer will be 2 0, and we already know what is the meaning of repeated 1 1 1 1. That is, in regular expression TOC we have studied, this is 1 plus. So the answer will be 2 0 1 plus. ओके तो किसी को याद है हमने अनअकैडमी पर ये क्वेश्चन किया था और हमने बहुत ही फनी एग्जांपल इसमें देखा था? याद है किसी को एग्जांपल? ओके, एक कॉइन है, 3 प्रोसेस है P, Q एंड R. ओके, और हमारे पास में एक कॉइन है. जिस प्रोसेस को भी ये कॉइन मिलेगा वही प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूट कर सकती है. इनिशियली वो कॉइन जो है वो प्रोसेस R के पास में है. ओके, दैट कॉइन इज विद द प्रोसेस R. दिस प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूट्स, देन दिस प्रोसेस गिव्स द कॉइन टू द प्रोसेस P. Okay, this process gives the coin to the process P. Now process P can start executing. That means this process will print 2, then this process will print 0. Then this process P will give the coin to process Q. Okay, then process Q will start printing 1. Then this process will give the coin to itself only. Okay, Q process will keep giving the coin to itself only. That means 2 0 1 1 1 1 will keep printing. Okay, so next question is this. So you guys are solving, so like these are the most complex questions. These are the most complex questions of process synchronization. I will show you the anti-net question and you will be surprised how easy question they are asking in the process synchronization. Okay, if you are able to understand even 50% of these, then you can easily solve any question of anti-net. अगर आपको 50% भी समझ में आ रहा है ना यहाँ पे, तो आप anti-net का कोई भी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकते हो. देविका के साथ में बस एक लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि देविका की लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम कैसे सही करें. देविका, आई विल आस्क दीपक टू मिक्स द हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश. मैं भी तो 90% इंग्लिश में ही बोल रहा हूँ, आपको मेरी तो समझ में आ रही है, दीपक सर की भी आपको समझ में आती है, तो मुझे पता है कुछ और प्रॉब्लम है. Okay, so before solving this question, let me give you a small information about the complete course. So like this is a very simple offer for you guys. I think many of you know this offer. The offer is like this. Let us say you are the crash course students, right? You are the crash course student, and in this class we also have the full course student also. Okay, complete course student, that is super 30 students, right? So these crash course students have paid 3,000 rupees and they have paid 10,000 rupees. So in the 10,000 rupees, the super 30 students are getting like they are getting the crash course plus this complete course that will start from the 10th of October. Okay, they are getting the super 30 plus crash course in this, right? So I'm giving you guys chances. आप लोगों को मैं एक चांस दे रहा हूँ, and that chance is this. you have already paid the 3000 rupees, right? If you, let us say, if you feel you are not satisfied with your examination 1%, अल्लाह ना करे ऐसा हो, बट 1% अगर ऐसा हुआ आपको, you are not satisfied with your examination, right? तो what you can do is you can pay the remaining 7000 and you can join the complete course. Okay, you can join the complete course anytime. So that means you do not have to pay 3000 plus 10000. You can simply pay 7000 once this crash course completes and after your examination, and you can come and join the complete course. Okay, so that is the simplistic offer we have just made for you. And whatever we are earning from you guys, we are expanding on you guys only. Okay, we have like we bought a platform, and that will be like far better platform. On that we have test series also, and all the lectures will be available at one place on the website. You can directly log into the website and you will access all the recordings at one time. Okay, you do not need to search on YouTube or anywhere else. You will directly log in onto the website and you will find out all the shorted lectures there, right? So duration of complete course will be from 10th of October to 10th of April. Okay, so we will have the duration of this will be from 10th October to 10th of April, that is 6 months. Okay, duration will be 6 months. Actually 6 months is on paper only, right? 6 months is on paper only. I will give you the access for the lifetime. Okay, those जो लोग मेरे students हैं, right, those are if you are my student, you will be lifetime in my batches. You can join any batch, you can come in future and you can join the batch. But if you qualify JRF, then after reaching a good place, NIT or IIT or any university, then you will be working like with me. I will invite you to work with me, because क्योंकि आपको फिर उसमें मिशन में ऐड होना है, right? You have to then contribute into the mission. If you qualify JRF and you ask me, sir, guide me now, I will not guide you once you qualify JRF. Obviously I will guide you until the admission of the PhD. After the PhD admission, then your guide will be your my Bap, right? That will be your my Lord. So but then I will ask you to contribute in this mission. Okay, Deepak sir actually speaks the Hindi, but I will ask him to like I will ask him to go like I will ask him to mix the language. Okay, Khushbu, like you are some of the students like Khushbu, Surender, and like there are 3-4 more students in my batch which are my favorite students, and I want you guys to like work with me. And we have lots of budget. We will give very good amount of salary. Do not worry about that. You will get very good amount of salary. We have good budget, right? So Khushbu is really very talented student. I think in the class no one have got the marks above 15 in GATE. So Khushbu get more than 50 marks in GATE, and now she is targeting more, right? So she is really talented. खुशबू तो बस हमें चेक कर रही है यहाँ पे क्लास में. खुशबू तो खुशबू तो ये चेक करने आ रही है कि मैं सही पढ़ा रहा हूँ नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ. नहीं तो खुशबू मुझसे भी ज़्यादा टैलेंटेड है. खुशबू इज़ रियली टैलेंटेड. Yes, Tuba, there are some students of your batch. Most of the students like they are preparing on their own. वो सब खुद से प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं अभी, क्योंकि उनका कोटा पूरा हो चुका है, राइट? दे आर स्टडिंग फ्रॉम लाइक दे हैव जनवरी, दे आर स्टडिंग फ्रॉम जनवरी मंथ. So from January we started that batch, and from July they started studying on their own. Okay, so what should be the values of A, B, C and D? Okay, आपको यहाँ पर you have to put weight operation and signal operation on these 4 positions. What weight operation and signal operation we should put on these positions so that we get the output 0 1 0 1 0 1 1. That means they should execute in the alternative order. Okay, and initial value of m1 is equals to 1, m2 equals to 0, and m3 equals to 1. These are the binary semaphores. So guys, if anyone want to ask any doubt, they can directly contact Khushbu. Abdul, if जिनका JRF, those who have crossed the age of JRF, they still have lots of options. Does not matter your age, does not matter where you are living, does not matter what is your condition. Still you can press the restart button, right? I told you this earlier also. Still you can press a restart button of your life. You won't believe, and I'm really honored by this. I'm really honored by this, that I'm teaching such talented people, that we have three students in this class who are already PhD in computer science, right? So I'm really honored that they are so much interested in learning and teaching, that they are able to learn from anywhere. Okay, they are ready to like learn from juniors also. Okay, I'm also learning from my juniors. There are lots of juniors from whom I'm learning. So like Deepak and Sachin, they have the far more knowledge than me. Okay, they are all India rank 50s. So I'm also learning from them. Kapil, Deepak, Sachin, all these are IITians and ICNs, and they are like most talented in our team. So I'm expecting that in the future you will be somewhere at the like very good position, and then you will also pass this. You will pass on whatever you are learning here. This is not about this is only not about anti-net. This is about the life, right? This is about life. You guys are going to contribute in this, like you are going to contribute in the development of the country. You will be a researcher or a teacher. Okay, and teachers are really important for this country right now. देविका ठीक है, सुन लिया मैंने, हिंदी करा देंगे, सुन लिया। हिंदी तुम्हारी पूरी क्लास हिंदी में ही कराएंगे अब। So I took that feedback. In that feedback, 70%, 75% students said that they will like they are comfortable in Hindi plus English. That means both mix. So 20% students said that they are comfortable only in English. Only 5% students said that they are comfortable only in Hindi. And just imagine who is that 5% student. Okay, I won't say anything. Just imagine, just guess who is that 5% student. Are you going to solve this question or not? Or we are going to just to talk this like, so try solving this question, then we will move forward. एक बच्चा बोल रहा है, सर आपकी इंग्लिश में भी हिंदी की फीलिंग आती है। अब मुझे पता नहीं, शायद देविका ही थी। अब मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है वो तारीफ है या क्या है। मैं तारीफ ही लेके मानूंगा। D option. Amandeep is saying option D. If like Amandeep is able to understand this thing, who was initially struggling in this, then I can say I'm successful. Okay, this does not mean that Amandeep is not able to understand. I'm saying that if Amandeep is able to understand this, is able to solve this question correctly, then that means like now everyone is able to understand. Arshit D, very good. Neha option D, very good. So these are some students like Neelam and Neha, Pooja, Mona is also not answering. So they are answering very like they are not. So if you want this output 0 1 0 1 0 1, you have to ensure one thing, that you have to ensure that only process P should execute first, right? Process P should execute first. यस हाँ, अमनदीप के सारे क्वेश्चन सही रहते हैं. अमनदीप आंसर जो भी करती हैं वो बिल्कुल सही करती हैं आंसर. So you have to ensure that option, so you have to ensure that process P should execute first, क्योंकि P ही तो जीरो को प्रिंट करेगी ना, P ही तो जीरो को प्रिंट करेगी. आपको ये भी साथ में ये भी इंश्योर करना है that process Q should not be able to execute first. Okay, process P should be able to execute first and process Q should not be able to execute first. Let us ensure that first. ये इंश्योर करने के लिए we have to use the semaphore M2 in this process. So I will apply wait operation on the semaphore M2. Okay, that from this I have ensured that process Q will not be able to execute first. So first I have to execute process P. I will say that P on semaphore M1. Okay, that means I want this process should be able to execute first. Then I have second thing I have to ensure. Second thing I have to ensure that after P, Q should be able to execute, and after Q, P should be able to execute. That means we have to apply the semaphore signal operation here. So once P finishes the execution, then Q should be able to execute, and Q will be able to execute only if we give the signal to M2. Okay, and then P will be able to execute only if we give the signal to M1. So PM1, VM2, PM2 and VM1. Option D will be the right answer. Right? Okay, let's leave this question. This is very easy. Okay, let's come directly to the anti-net previous year questions. So this is the first question from anti-net. I'm leaving this some questions for you guys. Okay, I'm leaving some questions for you guys in this PPT, and I'm jump directly to the anti-net questions. So I have not included the question from December examination in this. The first question is from June 2019. So this question is very simple. They are saying that initial value of semaphore is 7. है ना, जो पुराने स्टूडेंट है ना क्लास में कहेंगे सर इस क्वेश्चन को आपने कम से कम 20 बार करा दिया है. So Khushbu, Mona and Tuba, how many times we have solved this question? आराम से 20 बार तो कर चुके होंगे ना. स्पेशल क्लासेस फिर प्लस कोर्स, देन स्पेशल क्लासेस फिर प्लस कोर्स, फिर यूट्यूब 3 बार तो यूट्यूब पे ही कर चुके हैं. So as equals to 7, then you are applying the 20 wait operations, minus 20. Okay, plus 15 signal operations. Right? So the final value will be 2. That is option 3. Right? So this is from anti-net November 2017. Which module gives control to CPU? Which module gives the control of the CPU to the process selected by the short-term scheduler? As I told you that short-term scheduler is a decision maker. Right? Short-term scheduler is a decision maker, and the decision is executed by dispatcher. Right? Decision is executed by dispatcher. Okay, so do not be confused guys. Those who are saying 3, that means they are talking about option 3. So 2 atomic operation permissible on semaphore. What are those operation? Wait operation and signal operation. Now tell me, how hard are the questions? एंटीनेट में ये क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. मतलब प्रोसेस सिंक्रोनाइजेशन कहता है कि मैं बाप हूँ, एंटीनेट कहता है होल्ड माई बियर. वो बिल्कुल प्रोसेस सिंक्रोनाइजेशन की ऐसी बेइज्जती कर देता है एंटीनेट कि वो फिर बस क्या ही बोलेगा. Dining philosopher problem is a classical inter-process communication problem. Right? So we have some classical IPC problems. Classical IPC problems means those which can be solved with the process synchronization. So those problems are reader-writer problem, Okay, we have some problems like reader writer problem. Anyone in the class who does not know what is dining philosopher problem? Dining philosopher problem is a classical problem of inter-process communication. Dining philosopher problem, producer consumer problem. Okay, producer consumer problem is also known as bounded buffer problem. Okay, this is also known as bounded buffer problem. Producer consumer problem is also known as bounded buffer problem. Okay, this question is not from process synchronization. This question is from process synchronization. Antenet June 2013 paper 3. ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सही सा लग रहा है. This is a good question. So we have two processes and we have two semaphores S and Q. S and Q are initialized to 0. Okay, two semaphore S and Q which are initialized to 1, not 0. So we have two processes P1 and P2. We are applying the weight operation on the semaphore S, and here we are applying the weight operation on semaphore Q. और मुझे यहीं से दिख रहा है कि यहाँ पर डेडलॉक होगा. Weight operation on Q, weight operation on S. साफ साफ दिख रहा है डेडलॉक होगा. Critical section they are releasing signal S. Okay, then signal Q, then signal Q and signal S. This is the code given. If these processes are executing parallelly, concurrently, okay, so what will happen? See line by line, like you have to see line by line. So P1 will apply the weight operation on the semaphore S. So S will become 0. Okay, S is also 1, Q is also 1. S will become 0. Then it will apply the weight operation on Q. It will also become 0. Then this will apply the weight operation on Q. This will be blocked because Q will become -1 and this process will be blocked. Okay, यहाँ पर process P1 जो है वो block हो जाएगी because the value of semaphore will become -1, and this process P2 will also be blocked here because the value of semaphore S is 0. It will become -1 and this process will also be blocked. Now process P1 is waiting for semaphore Q and process P2 is waiting for semaphore S. P1 is held by semaphore S is held by P1. Okay, and P1 is waiting for semaphore Q, and Q is assigned to the process P2, right, and P2 is waiting for semaphore 1. So there is a circular wait between P1 P2, right? There is a circular wait in P1 P2. That means there is a deadlock. So I think any person can solve this kind of question. Okay, so this is all about the process synchronization. Tomorrow we will start memory management, and I would suggest you to please study memory management. कल प्लीज़ memory management पढ़ के आना. So Pooja Singh, the race condition. So you are talking about race condition. Race condition is nothing but when the final output of two processes depends on the execution order, that is called as race condition. Okay, let us say the value of initially we have a count variable and the count variable is initially 5. We have a process P0 and we have a process P1. Okay, let us say initial variable of value, let us say we have count equals to count plus plus and count plus plus, right? So in this you will see that there is a race condition. So let us say this is count minus minus. If you execute P0 first and then P1, the final value of the count variable will be, the value of count variable can be 4 and then 5. If you execute P0 first, then it will be 6 and then 5, right? If the final value of the variable depends on the execution order of the process, then that is called as race condition. Okay, that is called as race condition. So in operating system we have left with 3 topics, that is, one is memory management, in which we will study the numericals on paging, segmentation and virtual memory. Okay, we will see the page fault replacement algorithms. Third is file and disk management. So we will see file allocation methods. We will see disk storage, okay, disk scheduling and disk structure. So tomorrow we will finish these two topics, and then day after tomorrow we will finish these two topics. So there will be two more classes of operating system, and then we will start computer architecture and organization. Okay, Pooja, if you are not able to understand race condition, I will send you some questions on race conditions. Try to understand from that. Okay, so let's meet tomorrow in the next class. Any question, any doubt? Okay, good night, guys. One more important information. Okay, wait. So tomorrow we will have like this. Tomorrow is the last day on Academy. Okay, tomorrow I will be taking the last classes on Academy. After that, I will be leaving the Academy platform. So tomorrow we have 5 special classes on an Academy platform. If you want to attend, you can attend. Okay, these classes are free. So we have 5 special classes on Academy platform, and these 5 classes will be on discrete mathematics. Okay, so I'm taking some classes on an Academy. If you want to join, you can join for free. So tomorrow will be the last day on an Academy, and in which I will be completing some of the topics, remaining topics of the discrete mathematics. Okay, so this is not related to Acadflix. That is a different platform, so where I was working. So timing I will discuss tomorrow. Timing will be, let me tell you the timing. The timing will be so timing will be 10 to 11, then 11:30 to 12:30. Okay, 10 to 11, then 11:30 to 12:30, then 2 to 3, and 9 to 10, and 10 to 11. Right? So morning 10 a.m., 10 to 11, then 11:30 to 12:30. Yes, 10 a.m. First class 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and second class is 11:30 a.m. to the 12:30 a.m. 12:30 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. and 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So 9 to 11 p.m. you will attend the class on the Acadflix platform, right? So 9 to 11, forget that class. In that class, just attend the discrete mathematics class of the Deepak sir. So you can attend these 3 classes, 10, 11 and 2 p.m. And if you have not attended any class, any previous classes, if you have not attended, then you should not attend those classes, because we are in the middle of the discrete mathematics. Okay, so there I'm teaching a different set of students. Those are completely different set of students who are in the middle of the syllabus. If you want to join, you can join, otherwise just be here. Okay, just attend the classes here only. Okay, so good night and take care everyone. I'm closing the class now. Sakshi, actually, I have to leave because now I have become the SRF, Senior Research Fellow in my PhD. After 2 years of the PhD, you becomes JRF to SRF. Okay, for initial 2 years you will be junior research fellow, and after 2 years you will be senior research fellow. So once you become senior research fellow, then you will be having lots of work. Okay, you will be having lots of research work and lots of like other things also, teaching assistantship and research assistantship. So there are lots of work in PhD when you become SRF. So I have to like leave that. When you become from JRF to SRF, you will also get stipend is also increased. Some stipend is also increased, right? So that's why I cannot take any much load now. Okay, good night.